Hey everyone, welcome to Soul Horse Medicine. I'm Anna Harold, and I just wanted to take a couple minutes to talk about honoring yourself with honesty, with yourself. Um, Reflecting on the past couple weeks, it's been a minute since I've been on, but I just wanted to talk about my experience I've had in the past couple of weeks. I got hit pretty hard with one of the viruses going around, so I have been, recovering from that and getting back to myself little by little. And it really wiped me out. I got really tired, and I had a combination of being very exhausted and not being able to sleep well. And so I've been kind of, hiding out, healing for a little while. But what keeps coming up for me to share with you today is the idea of, like I said, honoring yourself with honesty and what that really looks like, what that means. Um, I had planned on talking about a couple different things relating to the work I do here with the horses and uh, how the horses help people to heal and to help advance them on their journey, advance them in their healing, and bring up so many things for everyone. It's different in every session, and I had all these different things kind of planned out, and I realized that that's not really me being honest right now with you. If I'm going to honor myself and really be my honest, authentic self, I need to just talk about what's moving through me right now. And what's moving through me right now is a lot of heavy energy, a lot of darker energy, a lot of feeling like the days that are really short right now and the lack of sunshine is getting to me. I've had a lot of old emotional stuff come up for me recently. I've had a lot of old traumas that are stuck in my body wanting to surface and move through me. And it's been a big struggle to work through that. So that's my honesty to you. And the reason that that feels much more like honoring myself and therefore honoring you, because we're all connected, right? It feels much more like a self-honoring to talk about the stuff that's right here in front of us, because first of all we have is now. So if I'm feeling this way, and this is something the horses teach you guys, okay? If I'm feeling a certain way, like right now I'm feeling kind of shitty. I just have a lot going on, a lot of energy moving in my body. I'm not feeling my best physically, which means I'm really not feeling my best mentally. And if I came to you and showed up in a way that was not being authentic, I'd be doing a disservice to myself and to you guys, because it would be forced and it wouldn't be real. And I am being real here. So, um, the reason I mentioned that the horses are really great teachers with this is because they are honest by nature. Like, they don't have the capacity to take something that they're feeling in their body and think about it with a mind like we have, and let their thoughts interpret what they're feeling somehow and create a story around it, right? They don't have the capability of doing that. So that's what we can really learn, and I'm learning every day, you guys. I'm taking all of this for myself as much as I am for you guys. I never pretend that I have a certain level of knowing with those horses. They are magical and they teach me something new every day. So when I am in my healing journey right now, I am going to the herd and I am watching them be a reflection of me, meaning they're feeling what I'm truly feeling on the inside and they're holding space for that. But if I'm showing up and not expressing or allowing myself to move through what I'm really feeling on the inside, and instead I just cover it up with something that looks a little bit prettier, they feel that incongruency and it feels like a threat to them, because they are prey animals and they know what doesn't feel aligned or right, and it's going to feel like a threat. So actually, I'm doing a disservice to myself and to the herd and to you if I'm not showing up honestly in the moment with how I'm feeling, regardless of whether it's good, bad, or ugly. See where I'm going with that? So I guess I'm just coming on today to encourage anyone who needed to hear this that it is totally fine. It's more than fine. It is perfect. If you are feeling off, if you are not feeling yourself, if you are feeling, you know, physically a little bit beaten up from all the viruses going around or from the lack of sunlight that we're in right now, or if you are feeling emotionally or mentally off because it's the holidays and it brings up a lot for you, whatever that may be, honor yourself by actually feeling it and being honest. Honor yourself by being honest with yourself about that. There is no shame in not feeling the best that you expect yourself to feel. And the more that you put an expectation on yourself to feel a certain way, and then when that doesn't happen, you're suffering. You're needlessly suffering, because suffering is something we put on ourselves. Pain is something that we can deal with. So if you can allow yourself to hold the pain that you're feeling, whether it be physically, mentally, emotionally, all of the above, and let yourself sit in that, not sit in it like get stuck in it or hold on to it or become attached to it or let it bring you down because that's all you're thinking about. I'm talking about holding yourself where you're at right now without resistance and without fighting it. You are doing yourself such a service and honoring yourself, because then you can actually move through what you're feeling a whole lot quicker. And the idea is that we create a judgment around good or bad, right? So if I'm going to resist the way that I'm feeling a little bit off lately, I'm going to be fighting the way that I'm feeling. I'm going to be telling myself that I expect myself to feel a lot better than I do. I'm going to be telling myself that, I should be past this, and why am I not past this, and why am I feeling this, and I don't want to feel this, and how do I get over this, and how do I get rid of how I'm feeling? It feels so dark and heavy. I hate this. What am I doing? I'm actually grabbing onto all of the vibration and the frequency around the depressive feelings and the pain that I'm feeling mentally or emotionally or physically, and I'm grabbing onto it. So then I'm creating a story. I'm creating a story around it, and I'm holding it as my own, and I'm almost like fighting the allowance for it to move through me. Instead, if I can look at it through a more neutral lens, where I say, okay, wow, I have a lot coming up, and I have a lot from the past coming up, and I have a lot of, just really not great feeling in my body right now. And I'm noticing some depressive feeling, and I'm noticing some, pain emotionally and physically coming up, and I'm not sleeping well. How can I hold that as it is, with love, with compassion? It's still a part of me, right? Because if we are bigger than all of these small things that we attach ourselves to, then we have space to hold it all. If we have space to hold the joy and the power and the love that we have for ourselves and each other, then we have the space and capacity to hold the deeper, darker stuff that nobody wants to look at. And the more you practice learning to hold that for yourself, the more it's able to move through you, because you're not judging it, which means you're not resisting it, you're not grabbing onto it. And again, pushing something away is grabbing onto it. It's a form of resistance. Okay, so I just wanted to come on and ramble a little bit about all of this, because I felt like I had been away long enough, and I felt old patterns in me that were scared and that wanted to hide coming up and wanting to take control and wanting to say, you can't do this. See, you can't get back on and do a video. You had a small stint of it, and you just need to stop now because you're not good enough, or you are not worthy enough, or whatever might come up. Like, I felt all of that wanting to come up. And so instead of judging it or fighting it, I moved through it, and I'm still moving through it, by the way, by coming on here and being my honest self and being the most authentic self that I can be in the moment. And basically it helped me. It helped me to get on here today with you guys and to talk about how I was feeling and to talk about how very real this is and how awesome it is that I'm able to honor myself by being honest with myself and therefore honest with you guys. So I just want you to know that that is an option for you to choose. You always have a choice, and there's so much power in choice. If you feel that you need to cocoon yourself and hide from the world, so to speak, for a little bit because you are feeling down, by all means, do what you need to do as long as it's in the honoring of yourself and the self care that you are trying to bring, to yourself so that you can be the best that you can be for the world. But by all means, do not push through it. If you're feeling off or you're feeling down, whoever needs to hear this, let yourself feel off. Let yourself feel down. Love yourself through that. Even if you have to tell yourself, this feeling isn't something that I planned. I really don't even want to welcome it if I'm being honest. And I'm going to try to sit through this anyway. And I'm going to allow myself to feel it all because I am bigger than this. I am bigger than this feeling. I'm bigger than this moment or this, moment in time that I'm feeling really, really off. I'm bigger than all of it and I can move through it. And everything is fine. Everything is okay. Everything is as it should be. And I am whole the way I am. And I don't need to look a certain way for people to be impressed by me, or I don't need to look a certain way for my spouse or my family or my boss to hold me in a certain regard or respect me. I am going to be authentic to myself and honor myself through this really raw honesty. And I'm going to watch myself transform and change in the way that I need to in my own time. And all I have to worry about right now is being myself completely, just like the horses are. So whoever needed to hear this today, I hope that you feel your worth today. And remember, feel however you need to feel. Be completely honest with yourself so that you are honoring yourself to the fullest capacity, and therefore you can give yourself to the world in the way that you are meant to, which is authentic and raw and real. I love you guys.